Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm obviously delighted with everything that's gone on in terms of, you know, the last 3 games, but I knew that was coming, to be honest, and, you know, stuck by the lads, said that what we do on the training ground, what we have in the dressing room, and the team spirit that we've got, and actually what they produce as well. And I know what's going on about the stats previously. Said we were going in the right direction, and we were, you know, and you know, the stats are a big thing in terms of when we were losing games. So you look back and go, we're doing something right, but we weren't getting the biggest stat, which was the scoreline. But now we are, and at the flip side of it, we didn't have a lot of possession on Saturday. But I think at the same time, as you know, Barrow didn't really hurt us that much as well. So they played in front of us, and the lads stuck to the task well, kept the shape well, defended when they had to defend as an individual, as a team, and you know, I think we got our just rewards.
If you can be honest, how worried were you 3 games ago when Accrington Stanley were at the bottom of the table?
You always are, aren't you? I mean, I've said about like not looking at the table, and I'd like to say that I did look at the table. You do look at the table, but you don't take any notice of it till around about probably Christmas time. So yeah, it's always worrying when you're not getting the rub of the green, if you like, or something for all the hard work and the effort that you put in. Not just on the pitch, but off the pitch as well with everyone else around the club. So, you know, to obviously now get them, you know, get the rewards and the 3 points, if you like, is very pleasing.
You don't mind looking at the table now so much?
No, well, as I said, it doesn't matter, Dane, does it? Because the table is the table, but it doesn't really mean anything just yet. Because you say, you know, you get around about Christmas and you think of which way you're gonna, you know, you're heading, or you can, you know, you're gonna contest which way. So I think around about Christmas is when you start looking at it properly.
How big boost is beating Gillingham and Barrow teams that are up there challenging at the top end of the table?
Well, it was because exactly what you just said, they're up at the top end of the table. It's where we're trying to aspire, where we're trying to get to ourselves, if you like. And you know, the good sides, they proved that in terms of the points that they've accumulated. So you know, we've gone toe to toe with them, and we've come out on top, which is very pleasing. And as I said, I think it's rewards for the games where we should have got points out of, and we didn't. So yeah, I was really happy with that.
I guess Milton Keynes Dons will be a different kind of test. Probably started slower than we like. They've had a change of manager. They've gone on a bit of a run at the moment. What are you expecting from them?
Well, exactly how they play. I mean, you know, they've recruited Scott Lindsay there. He's done absolutely fantastic at Corey last season. So he's gone in there and they have a way of playing. You know, we've looked at the last 4 games, like so. You know, they stick to the same structure. They believe in what they do, and they get the rewards for it at times. I think the last home game did they get beat by Port Vale, and then I think it was Arsenal who they drew with them, and then I think they drew with Tranmere as well. So we know what to expect from them. You know, the good players, good side, big club. So we'll go there and we'll just try and keep doing what we're doing and try and be there, give the best version of us.
We've obviously got Tommy Lee, who you know well, and Joe Pritchard, who hasn't yet featured for him this season. You know, what do you expect from them 2 players as well? Well, you know, they did well at Accrington, didn't they?
They've done great, and they've good servants for Accrington, you know, and I wish them all the best, and you know, when they're both from left, like so. If they play, we know exactly, you know, the ins and outs of what they do and what they can't do, and the weaknesses and strengths. So, you know, Tommy's played as a 9 for them, he's played in midfield, he's played as a 10. You know, and we know what Tommy brings and what he's done for Accrington, which is brilliant. And the same as Joe, we know all, you know, everything, the skill sets, you know, if you like, that they both possess. So if they play, they're a threat, and we'll know how to nullify it. But you can't give them, you know, half a yard, 2 yards, whatever it is, 5 yards. You can't have stand off any good players. But you know, they were brilliant for this club. But we know them 2 players inside out.
What about injury-wise with Accrington? Is there anybody injured? Because I guess people are suspended, because I guess people will be starting to amass yellow cards now as well.
Well, that's what happens. I mean, you pick up little niggles or injuries, and you pick up people, you know, who do get yellow cards and suspended. So that's football, isn't it? But that's why you have a squad. You know, I've said before in the past about anyone that's any slight little niggle, we need to just take it out of our hands and make sure that it doesn't turn into something big. So, you know, we manage them right, and the medical team manage that side of the thing. So, you know, at the minute, similar to Saturday, we'll have a little look at Kelsey again, we'll have a little look at Seamus. You know, Dan's got this little niggle in his foot, so we'll have a look at Dan Martin as well. Yeah, so we're all right at the minute.
Just finally, a word on Sean Worley. Does he kind of surprise you every game? Because at 37, doing what he's doing, scoring the goals, getting the assists, he was your captain on Saturdays. He's just been such an asset to Accrington Stanley.
he's fantastic, Sean. I mean, there's no words. He's like Seamus. There's no words to speak about these people because of what they've done for the club. Not just for the club in terms of how they are on the field, it's what they do off the field as well. You know, they're great ambassadors for the club as well. I mean, Sean does all sorts with the younger lads as well. He's brilliant in the dressing room. Seamus is the same. So there's no words really to describe them, only that when they put performances as like they do. You know, Seamus puts his body on the line week in, week out in terms of how he plays the game. And Sean is the same going the other end, but he gets rewarded in terms of scoring goals like he did Saturday. And Seamus gets an unbelievable buzz out of anyone scoring a goal because he wants to win games, because he's that passionate and he drives everyone on. So the both of them are fantastic. As I said, there's no words to say about the pair of them. I love them to bits.
And 4 wins on the bounce. If you can beat OK Dons, we'll get you right up towards the higher end of the table. That'd be an amazing turnaround.
Well, it would, yeah, but as I said, it's just it's the next game for us. So, you know, that's all I'm looking at, the next game. Not beyond that. So the next opponent is MK. So we'll go there we've obviously got a game plan. We know how we play. Very, very good sides, good players, play a certain way. So, you know, if we can get a win, brilliant. If we get something from the game, fantastic. We just got to keep going and keep influencing and doing what we do and try and do it the best we can.